In this quick beginner tutorial, you will learn the right way to create fancy hover states in Figma. Now, let's waste no time and get straight into it. So the first step here is to create an element, the element we want to add our hover effect to. So we're gonna create a button. And usually when I create buttons, I use something called auto layout. Now, I'll create a text here saying not hovered, just like this button above. Once that's done, I'll hit Shift A to create an auto layout. Then I'll add some padding to the sides, some padding vertically up here in the auto layout settings. I'll change the background color. I'll change the color of the text, and I'll add some rounding to this auto layout button. So here we have a button. I'll call it button as well. That's the first step. I'll then take this element, drag it over here. Now I want to define the end state. And once I've defined the end state, I want to duplicate it again and hide away the things that happens in the end state. You'll get what I mean in just a sec. So when I hover this button, I want two things to happen. One, I want I want the text to be replaced. So when I hover it, I want it to say hovered instead of not hovered. But I don't just want the text to kind of fade out and fade in. I want the text to come from the top and replace the current text that goes down to the bottom. I also want a circle to animate in to give us the background color. Now, how I'll do that is I'll add another text layer here. Say, I need to add a text layer here. Say hovered. This text layer, I'll go up here and say, I want it to be absolute position, like this. I'll center it, then I'll drag it outside for now. I'll also add a circle, like I said. So a circle like this. I'll give the circle this color here. And this circle should also have absolute position. So I'll click here and give it absolute position, put it outside of the frame like this. And this last text here, since this is gonna be replaced and this is gonna move within the auto layout, and usually auto layouts will just force things to kind of stack up inside of them. So if we want to achieve this moving behavior that I'm after here, everything within the auto layout has to be absolute position. So that goes for this text as well. So I'll click here and I'll actually replace this right now. So this should go down. So that's the first thing that happens in the animation. This comes in and is centered. And this circle here is gonna grow like this. Now, the circle should be in the top of the auto layout so that it ends up in the bottom visually. I know that doesn't really make sense, but that's how it is. What we also have to do is we have to click this button and go to clip content to clip everything that goes outside of it. Now we have this hovered end state. If I duplicate this, I can make it go back to the default state by just simply putting this to the top again, dragging this to the middle again, and then just decreasing the size of the circle like this. So there we have our end state, default state. Now we're ready to go over to number 3, which is about creating the component set. So I'll drag these over here. And now I will go to the top here, click this, components, and hit create component set. Now, this is very important because if you don't do this step, you will have a prototype that isn't gonna be very scalable. You won't be able to use it in different contexts. I'll take this create component set. I'll drag it over to the next step here. Now we want to add an interaction. So this button, whenever we use it, is gonna have this particular interaction. So I click here on prototype, I click interactions plus, and you could do this and just choose from here what you want to navigate to in this menu. You could also just go here, take this plus and drag it to this other component here in the component set. You get this menu. We don't want it to be on click. We want it to be while hovering because this is a hover interaction. It's going to change to this one and it's going to be Smart Animate. Usually it starts with instant. So you'd have to go to this menu here, click it, say Smart Animate, and in here you can choose different options. We're going to go with ease in and out for now. And you can tweak the timing here, but I think 200 milliseconds will be fine for this. The last step here is to add a frame that has a prototype flow and copying this button here. So I just take the button, I hit Command C, then Command V, and we have the button. I will drag it into this frame. And now we have it within this desktop frame. Like I said, we need to add a flow starting point. So I'll go here to the prototype settings, hit flow starting point plus, and now you can see how you get this little button up here. And if we click this, we click the play button, we'll go into the prototype. Now, if I hover this, you can see how the circle moves in and the text is switched. Now, if you want to master Figma, check out this playlist here somewhere where I cover most things Figma, auto layouts, component properties, animations, you name it. Until the next one, have a great life. We'll talk soon. Ciao.